Alright, now I'll show y'all up close how these work. They're really nice, whoever invented these little jokers. Well, good morning, guys. How y'all this morning? Guys, even though we still having some decently cool nights, our days is done get up there in them upper 80s, and a couple of days is done inched over into them 90s. Well, I'm gonna get y'all up here and close. These strawberries right here is Camel Rosa, but these has been out here since last spring, and you can see how pretty they are. They handling the heat. But them new ones that I planted this spring, I'm sorry, these was planted last fall, early fall. Them was planted this spring. I'm gonna get y'all up here close and show y'all how they're cupping up so much in that high heat. So I'm finna run me a shade cloth right down the top of all of my strawberries out here, because they're where they at. I kind of messed up and shouldn't have planted them on this fence, because they in the sun pretty much 100% of the day. So I'm gonna put a shade cloth on all of my strawberries. But if you look at these strawberry plants, see how they just turning up the cups? That's that high heat, making them cup up. Now to me, that's naturally for a plant. They want to cup up to help give themselves some shade. They cup up and they help shade the inside of the leaves. Now that's just my opinion about that. But I'm finna help them out and give them some shade cloth. So my game plan right here is I'm gonna drive these stakes and I'm gonna cut them off the same height. Then I'm gonna run me some line all the way down this stakes on the front. And I got some shade cloth, and I got some new shade cloth clips that I ain't never used. I'll show y'all when I get to that step, to where you can just put them around this wire and clamp them on your shade cloth. That way you ain't having to do no tying and stuff. And on the front, I can just stick them over that string and clamp them to that shade cloth. So that's my game plan at the moment. And I'm finna work on this, and we're gonna move forward. Now that I got my post drove, I'm gonna cut them off the same height down through here. And then I'm gonna get me some of my baling twine and put a string down through here. Now guys, y'all always see me with these nice little gadget tools. This here's the shaker, S-A-K-E-R, Saker, however you pronounce it. This is the 20-volt little chainsaw. Now I've showed this before. A few days ago I showed the little Saker hedger. But the older you get, the more you enjoy these little tools, instead of out here with a handsaw or something trying to cut these. Or trying to cut them the length up there at the shed where you got electricity, and then come out here and get them drove the right length. Now I ain't getting all in no level here. I'm just kind of eyeballing mine, and you'll see how handy these little tools are. I'm gonna kind of use my body here for a measurement. Now that would have took a lot more of my energy if I had to get out here with a little handsaw cutting on that, now wouldn't it? So these little tools is nice to have. Now I'm gonna go get my baling twine and put me a line of string down through there. Now guys, y'all always see me using this baling twine for everything in the garden. There's two reasons for it. This is made in the big rolls that goes in hay balers. and it'll last all year. It won't break or disintegrate on you in the UV rays off the sun or the rain. The main purpose is you can buy a big roll. Back when I bought this roll, I think I give $20 or 19 something for it at Tractor Supply, but I know they're higher than that now. And I can't remember, it's either got 3 miles or 5 miles of string. So I've had this one roll, and this is my 3rd year of this gardening. And I'm mad that'll last me 3 or 4 more years. And I'm gonna just go right down through here and wrap it around each post. That's where when I put that shade cloth, I can clip it to this string. Now I ain't trying to keep this shade cloth stretched tight. I just want something that's gonna hold it good. When the wind's blowing, I ain't gotta worry about it blowing off. So it's gonna be here all summer. Now I gotta go get my shade cloth and cut it the width I want it. Which I'm thinking I'm gonna let it come over this and maybe hang down just a little bit. We'll see. Now guys, these is the little clips I bought off Amazon. And you can just put them around the wire or something like that. Stick your shade cloth in it and then squeeze it together. Then when you get ready to remove your shade cloth, you can just grab them and open them back up, unsnap them and open them back up. I'm thinking them's gonna work out pretty good. I'll show y'all up close here after I get that stretched down through here. I decided I'm gonna fasten it on the back, and then I can just take my scissors and cut it down the front instead of cutting it before I put it up. And then I'll show y'all up close of me putting these on. Now, I ain't got no battery operated scissors. Maybe that's something I need to check into. I know I'm gonna have to go find a sharper pair. Let's try these friskers here. Yeah, they're a little sharper. Guys, them scissors wasn't a whole lot sharper. They did cut it. They done got pretty dull themselves. It's cutting it, but they are dull. Alright, now I'll show y'all up close how these work. They're really nice, whoever invented these little jokers. I bought a bag of 100 of them. But you could, if you got a string run and you wanted this stretched tight, you wouldn't lap it over like me. But I'm lapping mine over for a shade cloth out here. But you can use these to put up shade cloths around your porches or anything. You just put it around there and give them a squeeze until you hear them snap in place. Then you can always just, you can take a knife blade. I had done snap one while ago and stick under it and unpop it to remove it. And they just makes fooling with shade cloth so much nicer. Now I'm gonna go down through there and put several more because like I said, this shade cloth's gonna be here all summer long. Some of them's kind of hard to snap together. It's kind of weak fingered. You might have to take you a pair of pliers and squeeze them, make sure they snap good. But I'm gonna go down through here and put some extra ones. This is 40% shade cloth, if I hadn't mentioned that already. I got a feeling as hot as it's finna get this summer, I could have went with 60%. All right, guys. I got one more bed of strawberries down there I'm gonna do. And I'm sure them right there may never get taken off, because once it gets winter time, you could either unclip them and put you some frost cover over it. But me, I'll probably leave that right there on there. Open them up, stick the frost cover in there and clamp it back down. The frost cover, of course, I'll let it come all the way to the ground, especially if we're gonna get next winter like we did this winter, got down to 10 degrees. I want to try to save these strawberries. That's what them camel roses make right there. Like I said, them was planted last fall. All the rest of them was planted this spring, so I ain't really got nothing off them. I just been trying to keep the blooms plucked off and keep the runners plucked off, which is what I'll be doing next. All right, we got our strawberries covered. I think that looks pretty good. Clip them down real good. Guys, y'all ought to go check out them clips. I'll put a link in the description below. The Amazon link where you can click on it and go to them clips I got right there. I'm gonna tell you what, them right there is pretty handy, whoever invented them. But now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna plant us some sweet potatoes where I dug our Yukon Golds out of the beds yesterday. Guys, Colton's here today. He wants to show y'all his watermelon.
It's big, ain't it?
Yeah, it's getting big.
I'm Jason Aldean.
Are you Jason Aldean today? Well, where's your cowboy hat, Jason Aldean? You don't know?
I don't know.
All right.
Hey, I see another one.
You see another one in there? Yeah, it's getting to be a bunch of them in there. Don't pull on the leaves too much, vines.
No, I'm just scooting them.
You just scoot them so you can see. There you go. There's another one.
You know what that one is?
I think that's one of the Smith counties. Smith counties.
Oh, Smith counties.
Yeah, that's where it come from. Alright guys, now we've been to go over here and we're gonna plant our sweet potatoes. Here's my slips growing here off the sweet potatoes I'd planted in here. We'll show y'all I dug my Yukon Golds out of them 3 tire beds, and I didn't get the potatoes I was expecting. I didn't even quite get a crate full, as you can see here in this picture. That's one of them milk crate fulls. Last year I think I got 1.5, maybe close to 2 of them crates of them red Lesotos out of them 3 beds. But I will say these Yukon Golds, we got some nice baking potatoes this year out of it. So now we're going to go over there. You gonna help Papaw this morning?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Jason Aldean, guys.
Oh, guys, he's still Jason Aldean, he says. But we're gonna plant our sweet potato slips also while we're standing here.
I love sweet potatoes.
You love sweet potatoes?
Yes, I love feeding them.
All right. But guys, while we're standing here, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my elephant garlic. We harvested it yesterday also, and you can see I got some pretty good sized elephant garlic. And I was very happy with that because that's the first elephant garlic I've ever grown. Now what I did, I treated it just like growing my onions. But I planted the elephant garlic, and when it started coming up, I'd give it a shot of triple 13. The next weekend, I'd give it a shot of this, and I ain't gonna say this right, aluminum sulfate. Next weekend, I'd give it a little shot of triple 13. Next weekend, give them another little shot at that. Now I don't give much of it at a time, but I just fed them every week. And that was, like I said, I think was pretty happy, pretty satisfied with my garlic y'all see there. But now we're gonna go over here and Coach is gonna maybe quit interrupting me a little bit.
I'm gonna help Papaw.
Yeah, you gonna help Papaw. We're gonna go plant these taters. All right, guys, after digging our Yukon goals, I put some fresh compost in here, built my beds back up, sprinkled a little triple 13 over it just a moment ago, and I just give out a little mixing in like that.
Okay, you did.
Now we're gonna pull out one of these potatoes with all these slips right here on it. See, they ain't got a lot of roots on them. But as long as you keep them watered, they'll start growing.
Hey, Papaw.
What, baby?
I need my wife too.
Well, go get your rake.
Hey.
It's over in that box. But I just cut the chunk of potato off like that right there, and then I kind of cut me some slips. And sometimes, guys, I just leave the piece of potato on there.
Hey.
As long as you keep them watered, they'll start. Just like that. I got me a little forky stick. I'm gonna just push it down in the soil. Cover it around. And we gonna water it in. You see that's a pretty long slip on that one.
Yeah.
It's better if they got good roots on them. Mine ain't got good roots. So I just punch them down in there. I'm gonna plant several of them in this bed as long as I got enough for 3 beds. And there's got some long roots, so that ought to really take off good. Matter of fact, almost all the roots come out with that one. Now I'm gonna move over and do my other 2 little tire beds just like that, guys. You could put that potato back in there and keep watering, and it'll keep growing more slips. All right, guys, we got our 3 beds of sweet potato slips put in. Like I said, if you keep these watered, it don't matter if they have roots or not. Now it's on me to keep them watered enough to keep them going until they grow some roots. It's better if you have some slips for roots, but they will grow without roots. I'll water these in real good. And later on we'll be digging some sweet taters hopefully. But guys, like I was saying, I done been interrupted so many times this morning making a video it ain't even funny. He wants to talk to y'all, tell y'all about Jason Aldean and his singing and stuff. But anyway, we got our potato slips watered in, and like I was saying, it don't matter if they got roots or not. If I do my part and keep them moist, they'll start making roots and they'll continue to grow, and we'll be digging some sweet potatoes one of these days. But that's gonna be the end of the little video today. Like I said, my Yukon Gold potatoes here made some nice sized potatoes, but they didn't have as many potatoes as I was hoping for out of it. Last year I got a good bit of potatoes when I planted them red Lesotho potatoes out of here. Now y'all seen my red Lesothos, if y'all seen that video earlier I put up when we dug them. I dug them at 77 days, which is way too early, but they was eat up with early blight and stuff. So I just went on and took them out. We just got some small taters to eat. But I'm gonna get this watered in, and then I gotta go around here and do a little more cleanup on some dead limbs and stuff. But I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time.